Hey everybody, it's me Ash and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here and want to see more crafty related videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and choose your preference on how you'd like YouTube to notify you of my videos. So today I'm just going to do a create with me type video. My video of me showing you guys how to use that double-sided tape, how I use it. That card I made for my dad for Christmas, and as I'm packing and getting ready this entire week, I looked on my desk and the card has vanished. I have no clue as to where it's at. I have tore my house upside down. I have tore my craft section upside down, and I was not able to find it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is making a card. Excuse me, I am extremely tired. I have everything picked out that I'm going to use, and I'm just going to kind of wing it and see how I want to do this. So, these are the papers that I'm going to be using. I'm also going to be using the deer head die and the Merry Christmas dies. So, let's just go ahead and start this. I mean, this isn't really a tutorial type thing. So, yeah, I just kind of go with it, pretty much. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I am having a brain fart. That's for sure. So I'm going to do it this way first because I don't want to mess it up. But by now it's probably past Christmas. Probably, maybe right before Christmas. If it's past Christmas, how was your guys' Christmas? Did you do anything fun and exciting? Alright, so that's part of it right there. This is how I'm going to do it, I believe. Yeah, okay. So then this piece needs to be cut like this. I'm really sad that that card just vanished. No clue as to where it went whatsoever. So I'm kind of sad about it because I really liked how that card turned out. And I have no clue, none, as to where it could possibly be. I asked the kids if maybe they seen it. My grandma was here one night, so I asked her if maybe she seen it. She said no as well, so I don't know. Unless it got mixed up and I accidentally sent somebody the wrong card, but I don't think I even had it over there when I was making out all of my Christmas cards, to be completely honest. I don't know if I like that or not. I feel like the edge is just too strong. Where did I put that other piece at? Here. Maybe, let me see. Let me trim just a little bit more off of this right here. And see if maybe that will be better. And then possibly distress the edges. Let's do that. Let's distress the edges. I love this thing. I got it on sale when Pack-A-Tans was going out of business. It's an edge distressor. And I think I only paid like 15 cents for it. So I use this a lot. I like adding distressed edges to the paper because it just adds more texture and layer effect to it. And I have gone all out on distressing. Like this one I'm just doing a little bit. Maybe if I ink the edges of that too. I don't know, we might be doing some ink edging with a darker color. And I'm going to show you guys what I do. Because I don't have one of those little dauber things that everybody uses to distress their edges with ink. I use a cheap pack of makeup sponges from the Dollar Tree, and it works just as good, I believe. So let's do this. Alright. That looks a little bit better, but I definitely think we need to stress the edges. So give me a second while I pull out the ink. I wasn't planning on doing that, so I didn't have it ready. And I think I'm gonna go with, I don't know, I think I'm gonna start with a lighter brown, like a brown color, and see how I feel about that, and maybe go up to possibly black. Why is that not? Wait a second. That goes there. Okay. Alright. So let's see how this works. And I have, oh well, this is the sponge that I use for this kind of stuff. Just using my Tim Holtz color, and I'm just gonna go in like so. And distress that. I don't know, maybe I do need to go in with black. Let me do this a little bit and then we'll see about adding another color. We have been crazy busy. Today is Wednesday, so today I gotta hurry up and do this video and get this done. Today I have Emery's Christmas play. And I'm sorry if you guys are shaky, it's because of how my camera is attached to my desk. I'm not going to worry about this bottom line here because that's not going to be showing. This is right here. It's going to go like this on top of it. So it's not going to be showing as much down there. So I'm just going to do the edges and the top part. And I'm going to distress the corners a lot. And then I'm going to have some black too. I think, so that it kind of does like a maybe a burnt effect. We'll see. Okay, so that's what I have so far on my paper. We're gonna go in with a little bit of black. Where's the lid? just a little bit on this too. I wanted to keep the white edge on this and some white throughout here because I am going to be using that white glitter paper for the deer and the Merry Christmas part. So alright, now we're going to go in with the black. Just so gently around the edge here. And I'm trying to stay in frame, but I like to hold things close to me when I do this. So I apologize if I get out of frame a little bit. Alright, I like that. Okay, that's better. So, now I have a little bit of edge distressing. Let me see if I can turn off the light here so it's not. Nope. I'm working on lighting here, you guys. Give me a second. Nope. Okay, we're gonna turn this back on. Okay, and I think I'm done with my cutting board. Okay, yeah, I like that a lot better with the distressed edges. So I'm done with my cutting board. We're going to put that to a side here. Now, let's see here. Let's attach some pieces. We're going to do some, right here's my card base. Right now I'm just working on the card front to do what I want on here first before I plaster it down to that paper. Sorry I keep clearing my throat, and I don't know what it is, but in the mornings I just feel really phlegmy. That's gross. Okay. Speaking of losing things, I have a couple different pokey tools, and my favorite one is my one that I have for my Cricut for weeding the vinyl. And that has mysteriously disappeared as well. Around the same time the card did. So, I'm at a loss, you guys. Like I said, ooh, I'm shaking a lot. I'm sorry. I'm at a loss because I really don't know where it could have went. Alright, let me bring out the big kahuna and get some of these things cut out. Shockingly, I still have scissors. I haven't lost those yet. And those are usually the first to go. But it's the two things that you wouldn't think would just randomly disappear. The pokey tool and the Christmas card. I even went through, because I have like totes behind me over here from the craft show. I even went through the cards that I had for sale over there as well to see if maybe the kids thought, oh, it's one of Mom's cards, let's go ahead and put it in the bin that it goes in. Nope, wasn't that either. So there's that idea that was thrown out there, but definitely didn't work. So now I'm using the We Are Memories Keeper Poke tool, which I have a love-hate relationship with, because I don't know why or how, but it has like a little, I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but it has like a little hook on the end, and I catch myself on it. So let's see here. Let's get these on. And get them cut out. I gotta roll it through a couple times because the Merry Christmas dies, we all know how those ones work. They're from AliExpress. They're not a really deep cutting, a deep cutting thing. So we want to go through a couple times, and my boards are wavy, so maybe if I run it through a few times, it won't be as wavy. I don't know, maybe. I think my boards are dying, but that's okay. I have new ones. Alright. Now, the first thing that I want to do is the deer, so I can get this done. Let's see how, see, this one cut out really well compared to the Merry Christmas ones. So this is a full-blown sticker. It cut completely out. So all I have to do is just peel off the back. Like so. And we got our sticker. There we go. Let me see if I have something else too. I don't think I have any nearby. I have a whole drawer, if you're wondering what this is. All this over here is a whole drawer of just different embellishments that I use a lot. So if you're wondering what that is, that's what it is. I'm going to add some more dimension to this by adding some string, if it wants to cooperate with me. Alright, and where are those at now? There they are. I am excited to get out of Ohio. There is snow coming down right now, which it hasn't really snowed much here, which it usually doesn't until after Christmas. That's when we usually get our big time downfalls of snow. these past couple years. So, but we're getting about an inch today, I think. Stick that there. Cute. Alright. On to the Merry Christmas part. And then we'll add the card front to the card base. Alright. Just poke out a couple pieces here that don't need to be. Where do I want to stick them? I guess I'll stick them right there for now. I know I'm getting quiet in here. I'm usually a very quiet crafter, so it's hard for me to do these videos for you guys because I don't talk that much when I'm crafting. I'm pretty silent. Because I get really concentrated into it. Let's see here. Let's think of some updates. Grayson. He is doing really good. If you haven't seen Grayson's story, I do have a playlist about it. And if you don't know who Grayson is, he is my youngest of my 3 children. And he is developmentally delayed. A very rare chromosome mutation. School, he's doing good. He got glasses. He has both eyes. He has a lazy eye and he's nearsighted. So the eye doctor thought it was best to give him some glasses. So we had to get a special kind for him because we didn't want to risk them breaking really easily. So they're a flexible brand. Had tons of trouble through our insurance and everything trying to get this special brand that that children like him need, which are called Miraflex glasses. They're like rubbery, and the lenses can pop out if you need to pop them out. And they strap to the back of the child's head so that they don't just easily come off their face and break. Grayson has 2 different insurances, which is our main insurance, and then he has BCMH, which is another one here in Ohio. I don't know if they have it anywhere else, but it's like Bureau of Children with Mental Handicaps. And so like whatever your primary insurance doesn't pick up, they will. But there's very few eye doctors that take BCMH. And where we live kind of far from most of their providers and stuff like that. And the Miraflex glasses are pretty expensive. they range between $100 to like, I think $300, I believe, everywhere where I could find them. And our primary insurance does not cover them. Well, our problem is our primary insurance also doesn't allow you to make up for the extra cost of the glasses. So you either use what our insurance allows you to and just get those glasses, or you just pay out of pocket for glasses. So I did a little research and I found Zenni Optical. I don't know if you guys have, who's all heard of it, but Zenni Optical has a alternate brand that is kind of like it, but they're not as rubbery, but they're still flexible. So like, I'm gonna take my glasses off, they're probably dirty. So like in these glasses, they have the plastic frames and the plastic earpieces, but where your hinges are, it's like rubber, so you can completely bend them in half, like these pieces right here, all the way to the front, and they'll just slingshot back and not break. And then they have a special headband that connects to the back of your earpieces that you can take on and off if you want to. So with the Miraflex, the entire thing is rubber. But with these, it's just where the hinges are, which is perfectly fine. That makes them a little bit more sturdier, and so that the lenses also in the ones that I got Grayson do not pop out like the Miraflex ones. So we got those, and they were a huge difference in price. I got my whole order, including shipping, which I paid extra for shipping to get them here faster so that we'd have them before we left for Florida, was, I think, $24. I also had like a 20% off the frame discount, so that dropped it down to like $15. And they were originally $19. And there's different options. You know, whenever you go to Zenni Optical, there's different options for you to choose. Like frames wise, like if you want the ones that transition from light to dark in the sun, you know, that kind of stuff. So luckily we got them, but the problem is he does not like them. He tries to rip them off his face every chance he gets. So I had to call the teacher and let her know. I had to call the eye doctor to let her know that. And they just said, you know, just keep working with him. He'll eventually get used to wearing them. Plus, he's got lots of friends at school that have glasses. His teacher, his bus driver, and then everybody in our family but my husband, which is his father, wears glasses. So hopefully he'll just catch the drift that everybody else wears them, so he can wear them too. So this is the card that I'm making for my dad. I have to put it on the card base, but before I do that, yes, even for my dad, he gets my special stamp, my handmade with love stamp. I do it to all of my cards. No one gets singled out. So yeah, there we go. All right, now to add this on here, and I'm gonna use my art glitter glue to add this on here, and then I'll stamp the inside and write something nice, but I'm gonna do that off camera. I think the kids have been in my glue as well. that's an update on Grayson. Let's see here. What's the next update? Update on the other kids. They're fine. They're good. Hunter's slipping a little bit in some of his academics at school, but he's doing some makeup work to help with that. So hopefully his grades will be up and back on track. Emery, she's doing good in school as well. Her grades have stayed up. So not much really going on there. Me, let's see here. I am, for those of you who are new, I have been going through the process for gastric bypass surgery for almost 2 years now. I think it's been 22 months since my first dietitian appointment. If you don't know what gastric bypass is, it is a weight loss surgery where they pretty much bypass your stomach. I have been working on trying to get this surgery for 22 months now, so like I said, almost 2 years. And my first time around, which most insurance make you do 6 months of monitored diet and exercise. So every month you go to the dietitian, you have weigh-ins, you go over your diet, you go over your exercising and everything like that. And they try to want you to lose a pound a month, at least a pound a month. Unfortunately for me, diets are not my friend, and they normally do not work. It worked for the first couple months. I lost some weight, and then I gained it all back. And then I lost some weight, and I gained it all back. My weight fluctuates. So, I had to, like I said, I had to go through a bunch of specialists. You have to see a psychiatrist, you have to see a dietitian, a nutritionist, you have to see the surgeon, you have to see a heart doctor, you have to see a lung doctor, you have to get tested for sleep apnea and everything else in between. It's a lot. It's a lot. Blood work, drug testing, nicotine tests, you can't smoke, all kinds of stuff. You have to go through a bunch of stuff. And I had to have a upper GI scope, and then I also had to have a ultrasound of my stomach area, so an abdominal ultrasound. So I did everything. I quit smoking. I did all of that kind of stuff, and it came down to the last month of me having to do the dietitian appointments, which is 6 months. And I went and I had my ultrasound done of my stomach, and they found a non-obstructing kidney stone. At this point, if they would have submitted my insurance, I would have been able to, because I lost the weight. I lost a pound a month. They found a non-obstructing kidney stone in my right kidney, I think it was. Yeah. And I've always had kidney issues ever since I was little, but because of that, they made me wait to get into a family doctor. So I had to wait a month to get into my family doctor, and then my family doctor had to send me over to a kidney specialist. And this was in October, and it took me until January to get into the kidney specialist to be cleared for the surgery. By then, the kidney stone was gone. So it was pretty much like a pointless thing. During that time, I gained 2 pounds, so my insurance denied me. Yeah. So I had to pretty much start the process all over again. And right now, at this process, they finally decided that they were going to appeal my denial, And now, because of it being over a year since I've seen all of this specialist, I have to go back to all the specialists and pretty much do it all over again. My dietitian, though, is pretty set that I'm going to have the surgery in sometime in February. So, keeping fingers crossed for that. But enough of me blabbering. I am done with this card, and I am going to hurry up and write what I need to write in it and put it in my suitcase, because I'm not losing this one. I don't have time to make another one. So this is the one that's going to go. And actually, I thought that I wasn't going to like another card that I make for him, because I specifically bought this paper from Spectrum Art to make my dad that card with the deer head, the first card. But I actually think this one turned out better. So you know what? Maybe it was a good thing that I lost it. Now watch, when I come back from Florida, it's going to be randomly somewhere in the middle of my floor. I'll let you know how that goes. But this is it. Here is the card. I love it. And I'm sure he will love it, because it's my dad. He loves everything I make. No matter how silly it is, he loves it. So that is the card, and thank you for coming and crafting with me. I'm sorry this is a super long video, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful time and a Merry Christmas, and I will see you next time. Bye!